Good morning, Firebirds. As you can see, I'm not filming this from my office. This is actually being filmed on Saturday morning, so you will see me out on campus. Please excuse the funny looking hat. It's a little cold where I'm at. I'm at one of my favorite places in Arizona. It's called Pinto Creek. Absolutely beautiful place. I'm going to pan the camera around just a little bit so that you can see. It's a pretty narrow canyon down here. There is a creek, some running water. If you take a look, you can see that the walls of the canyon are really high. Just an absolutely gorgeous place. So this morning I was having a little trouble sleeping, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna head up to Pinto Creek, spend an hour or two up here just thinking, being quiet for a little bit. There's been a lot going on in our world lately, as you all know. Sometimes it seems that our world's not a very nice place. A lot of violence, a lot of arguing, people seemingly at odds about just about everything. On Friday, you all had, or some of you participated in a walkout here at school. One of the things that I would say to you is that our job as educators, my job as your principal, isn't to tell you what to think, but it's to encourage you to think about what you are doing. So when we talk about issues in society right now, one of the things I want to say to you and make very clear is that you as students have incredible voices. And I've always said this, that you don't need to wait to be a difference maker. You don't have to wait till you're grown up. You can do that right now. One way I would say that we do that is we need to take responsibility for our school and for our community. So one of the strongest things you can do to voice your opposition to things like school violence is just showing kindness to other people. If we did that on a daily basis, all of us, our school would be better, our community would be better, and eventually our world would be better. And I know that sounds a little cheesy, but it's the truth. You think about how many opportunities you have during the day to impact other people. And so one of the greatest things that you can do is show kindness, help others, be respectful. You know, other things that I would say are that we've got to collectively keep our campus safe. And that means if you see something, you need to say something. That's not ratting someone out. If it's something you're comfortable with saying, you know, if you see somebody that's bullying and you're comfortable with standing up and saying, hey, that's not right, knock it off. We don't do that at Willis. Then that's great. But otherwise, we have a responsibility to watch out for one another, to take care of one another. And I take that seriously, your teachers take that seriously, and I hope you do too. When it comes to choices, we talk to you a lot about the choices that you make. And here's why. If you're making poor choices, if you're, let's just say, involved with drugs, if you're involved with drugs, then you're contributing to the problem of safety in our schools. Not only your safety, but the safety of other people. Obviously, there's things that we don't bring to school. You know very well we don't bring knives, we don't bring guns, we don't bring weapons to school. We all have to watch out for one another when it comes to that. I, again, want to reiterate that you have lots of power to change our world. In fact, I think a lot of our hope rests with all of you and the decisions that you make on a daily basis, starting right now. There are a lot of great role models for you to read about and to research. So if you're interested in activism, if things like the walkout, if that's something that you are passionate about, I would encourage you to research the topics. Know what it is that, know the different sides, know where you stand. Some people that you might want to read about at some time, people like Rosa Parks, Dr. Martin Luther King, Gandhi, all of those folks and many, many more were involved frequently in peaceful protests and acts of resistance that really changed the world, and they were addressing injustices in our world. So again, my job and the teacher's job is not to tell you what you should think. But I'm just encouraging you to make sure that you take time to think about these issues if it's something you're passionate about, and make informed decisions. Be sure that you're keeping your safety and the safety of others in mind. You know, the last thing I'll just reiterate is that we are a community here at Willis. I care a great deal about this school. I care a great deal about our students and our community. I want what's best for all of you. I'm by no means perfect, but one of the things that I will say is that we have to help each other. And you can start that today. Just think about all of the opportunities you have to do good in the world and to be kind to other people. And I hope that you'll take this seriously, give it some thought. Wishing you a wonderful week, Firebirds. I wish all the best to all of you. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and we'll see you on Monday.